It's not often that I get stuff through the post for me to have a look at, and it's not often what I have a look at is free. So I'd just like to say thank you to CYCPLUS for sending me this tyre inflator, and we're going to have a look at that today. So let's roll the intro. So CYCPLUS have been in touch with me via email from Bankrupt Pensioners Channel, and they wanted to send me out this tyre pump that's not just for bicycles but it's for motorcycles, and as I understand it, it's for cars as well, but as it inflates up to 120 psi. It also measures in psi and oh god, what's the other one? Bars. I should know better. Bars. So what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly show you this unboxing and I'll be open and honest with you. I've already had a look and made sure it's okay and made sure that I can get the right configuration for the tyre valves that we always find on motorcycles and cars, rather than the tyre valves that are on some of the bicycles. Yeah, so I've already had a look, but I'm going to unbox it so you can have a look and see what you get. Before we unbox it, I'll give you the downside. It is quite expensive. It is about £100, I believe, right? But I think you need to have a look at this, because if you're going touring on your £10,000 plus bike, one of these is going to be absolutely great. And I only wished over the previous tours that I've done over in Europe and around the world, etc., that I'd had one of these to rely on, because it would have been absolutely great, rather than messing around with the battery under the seat that you just can't get to and things like that. So let's do an unboxing. Let's see what's in there. Okay, so here we are, the AS2 Pro Max bicycle tile inflator from CYCPLUS. There we are, we've had a look around the box. Right, let's open her up. So here we have an instruction manual in various languages. English at the start, that's fine. Moving on to different languages. And the instructions are very, very straightforward. So as I understand it, the valve that we use on motorcycles is the Schrader valve. Schrader. Can you see that? Hopefully. Schrader valve? Maybe, maybe not. So it's called a Schrader valve. Now, I'm looking here. Let me just get a pen. Let me get a marker. I'm looking here, and it's saying that you've got to use this collar, which you reverse depending on which valve you use. I believe the Presta valve is the valve used in many bicycles. It's the thin, long valve. But the Schrader valve, I think that's how you pronounce it, is the one that we use on cars and motorcycles. So, let's have a look at what is in the box. So, firstly, there's a sleeve here, a waterproof sleeve, so you can put the pump in there and the valve tube that you're going to use for your particular bike or car. Let's get this organised. There is a bag full of little bits here, and we're going to have a look at it in a second. But this is what you're all waiting to look at. Let me remove these boxes. This is the pump. What can I use? Here we go. Here is a can of Coke, and that is the size. Yeah? So it's a bit smaller than a can of Coke. It's quite thick, and it's got a great battery on it. So I understand. It's about 200 grams, so it's not light, but it's certainly a great shape for fitting into your pannier or your top box. Yeah? It is solid. Let's have a look in the bag. So I've already done this, like I've said. I've had a look, and I'm going to get the things out that are interesting to us. There's also a valve there for pumping up your footballs. Yes? If you're into that kind of thing, if you do football, that would be really cool. But I'm going to focus on the motorcycle. We don't need this valve. Let's put these somewhere. And there is a spare washer here. There is a spare washer here, which goes on the end of here. Okay? And ultimately, that screws into there. But when you get it, you're going to have to just do a modification, which is like this. We have the valve here, the outlet for the air. We unscrew this. We then place this brass needle. Oh my goodness. Into the hole just there. Like so. And then, although the instructions say we should put this in, I can't understand how we get that in and then screw this in. So I've tried it without this rubber thing and screwed everything up like this. Oops. Don't know what's up with me tonight. Don't know what's up with me. Okay. So now you can see the brass thing in there that we've just put in. And you basically use this and put it in here. Yeah, and then put it in your pannier or top box or wherever you feel that it's appropriate. This valve goes into here when you need to pump up your tyres, and this is the Schrader valve, and it screws onto your valve on the bike, yeah, or the car. You then turn the machine on. There are 3 buttons here, and you press the top power button and hold it on. You can then, it then shows you what it's set at, and now it's showing 0 psi. So we're going to adjust it so it's up to, let's say, 32 psi, and then we press the power button. And it starts pumping. Also, when you set the psi to, let's say, 33, and then you screw this onto your tyre, into your valve, it then shows on here what the tyre pressure is at that moment in time. So if it was only 26 psi, it would show 26 psi, like any other pump shows. Yeah? So just something to think about. So it shows 26. You've already set it to, let's say, 36 psi for your rear tyre, whatever it is, and it shows 26 on here, and then you just press the power button, hold it on, and it, oops, here we go, and then it works. I understand when charged, the battery will pump up 4 tyres for a car. So that gives you a flavour of how many tyres on a motorcycle it'll pump up. Yeah. Now, I have the Tyre 900 GT, and when I take it off road, I tend to lower the tyre pressure, and then I have to take the seat off, and then I have to take the container that's got the battery in it, and then I have to bolt in one of those things from Halfords and put the crocodile clips on, then pump up the tyres from when I'm back on the road. You don't have this problem with this. You just get it out, you just put it on, set your tyre pressure and go. There's no messing around under the seat. So this is going to be really useful. Now, tyres are one of the things that we tend to abuse most on the motorcycles, and we don't check them enough. Now, if you've got this with you all the time, you've got no excuse not to check your tyre pressures. Yeah? So you should be okay. Let's see if this really works. Let's have a look. It doesn't look like it's going to fit in here. Is it? I don't know. Or maybe. Oh, it does. It does fit. So that keeps all the water out of it. That keeps it waterproof for wherever it is. And if you're going through the rivers on your Tiger 900 or your R1250 GS BMW or whatever, it'll keep the water out of the pump, and then you can make sure your tyres are okay when you've done with your off-road riding. Let's just have another quick look. Let's get this out. The beauty about these buttons is they're easy enough, so if your hands are cold, you can still operate it easily enough. So, I also believe that this comes off as well. So let's try taking it off. There we go. Let's see. There we go, it's coming off now. There we go. And this is what it looks like without the cover on. So it's got a 600 milliamp battery. Can we get that? Probably not. And you know, it's really good. We can take that off while we're at it. There we go. That's nice and clear. Now I believe, there we are, by pressing the plus and the minus button, you change from PSI to bar. Back to PSI, over to bar. I'm assuming this is the battery level, which is shown on full, and here is the battery cable. It takes USB-C. There we are, USB-C, and I understand it takes about 1 hour to charge. 1 hour to charge. So if you know you're going out, just put it on before you have breakfast, and after you've had breakfast, it should be okay and ready for you to go wherever you're going. Let's see if this goes back on easy enough. I'm sure it will. It almost feels like a silicone rubbery thing. It's really good quality. Really good quality. Here we go. Let's get it going. Let's go in. I never had this problem putting rubbers on. Sorry, what did you say, love? I'm only joking. There we go. So that protects it from the knocks and bumps while you're riding around. And of course, when it's in here, it's waterproof. Right. Let's go and have a look at it in operation on the motorbike. Let's go. Okay. Here she is. My trusty BSA. Let's do the front. Let's do the front tyre, which I know is 28 psi. So let's have a quick look at it. Let's see if we can get the right shot angle. Here we go. Let's have a look. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that'll be okay. So let's put her on. I know it's 28 psi, and I've hopefully set the pump to that. I'm just going to show you how easy this is, or hard. There we are. There we go. Okay, so she's now connected. Yeah, let's turn her on. I have set her to 28 psi. Let's see if it stays there. It does. That's what it's set at. It's, oh my goodness, 11 psi. I never realised that. My goodness. It's showing that the tyre is at 11 psi. I'm glad I looked at this. I'll do the rear tyre later. Let's set the pump going. Wow. Okay, here we go. Let's see how long it takes. 28 psi. I didn't realise that it was only at 11 psi. I thought it was handling a little strange in the corners. How stupid of me. How stupid. Here we go, 26. And she should automatically stop at 28. There we go, she stopped. I can now turn her off. Take the pump off. Put the cap back on. Put the dust cap back on. And that's about it. And that's this little portable pump. What do you think? What do you think? There we are. I've shown you how to use it. I've shown you how it comes. Hopefully you found this useful. Remember to ride safely. Be kind to everyone. You never know what their story is. Hopefully you found this useful. I'll put a link in the description to where you can purchase this from. I'll see you very soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.